Hello, I'm David. My plan was to make some video gaming videos, Friends, the TV show, the trivia game on PlayStation 2. I even found the Bible video game on PlayStation 2. It said in the description that it was mostly Old Testament stuff. Um, some other games, continuation of The Godfather PlayStation 2, Mafia PlayStation 2. I got True Crime Streets of LA PlayStation 2. And one about Iron Sky, Operation Iron Sky. Apparently it was a movie. I just found it yesterday, trying to find space exploration video games with either a land rover to rove around the planets, a rover versus like a spaceship exploration. I found a great game that I was playing yesterday. I made a video. The audio didn't work good. Right now on this phone I have Sorcerer's Apprentice song that I'm just about to start here. I'm just, because all this stuff in the garage is an eyesore, I'm going to go ahead and organize it into either trash, stuff to give away, or stuff to keep in containers, so that I can move the container and clean the floor underneath or whatever. I discontinued shopping at thrift stores a long time ago. I downsized a long time ago. For example, I used to have large guitar amps and a lot of guitars. Now I just have like one 12-string guitar and a very small amp that's only like that big, like the smallest size 10-watt amp. And then I use virtual instruments now online. Searching the site musica.com on YouTube, I found someone who was learning to play this song on the piano just on a touch on an iPad just a few days ago. I'm excited about that. It's called The Sorcerer's Apprentice, the song from the movie Fantasia in the 50s. And maybe before that, I think. It was written by P. Dukas. And Dukas might be where the Green Day band gets his name for his album titled Dookie. So I'm going to go ahead in the background. I only made it 3 minutes into this documentary here. It's called Secret History. It sounded like a phone ringing. That sounds like a phone ringing. First thing I have to do is make my headset longer so that I can actually start to organize this stuff. I'm trying to think. So I only made it a few minutes into this documentary because it was reminding me of everything else I've heard about the traditional D-Day, but here's the stuff that no one has ever really heard about. I could talk about some other stuff, Operation Aphrodite, Operation Anvil, U.S. Navy, U.S. Air Force, and Second World War. It's interesting to me. The Germans had these things. They were these radio-controlled boats. They were sort of like speedboats that were radio-controlled. Like people have seen, little RC cars and RC boats and RC helicopters and RC planes and everything. In the Second World War, they had full-size speedboats that were completely radio-controlled, related to Iron Sky, the video game, and it was a movie turned into a video game that I'm going to hopefully make a video of later on. Has this like Zeppelin mothership type thing that's in space. So it's like a giant metal Zeppelin in space. And it's a mothership, and they have this secret moon base for all these years, and they start to hurl asteroids down to Earth. It's a really interesting concept. So I'm gonna go ahead and have that song going. I'm gonna play the documentary, and then I'm gonna try to I was gonna make a list of all the stuff that I had so that I could throw it away. It's just that if I just throw all this stuff away without making a note of it, I won't know what I even had in the first place. So instead of even doing that, I'm just going to make a video and say, here's this thing, throwing it away, and hopefully a lot of this stuff going in the trash. So I'm going to go ahead and start the documentary here.
The picturesque holiday beaches of South Devon, behind a wall of absolute secrecy in the spring of 1944, a series of tragic and bloody events took place. These events were to have a decisive effect on D-Day, the Allied assault on France, which would change the course of the Second World War. What happened off these beaches has been shrouded in mystery for decades. The true story has now been uncovered through newly discovered official documents and the testimony of eyewitnesses who have spoken for the first time.
I was mad for a while there because I figured a lot of guys died maybe for reasons that could have been prevented.
You could hear them screaming and hollering. It's something we'll never forget. We'll never forget.
I don't mind talking about it now. I mean, 60 years later, not much you can do about it.
He's a snitch. He's snitching.
Can't send me to jail now.
I disagree. Okay, so I've undone
In
this.
April 1944, over 1 million American troops, half the entire Allied invasion
I'm
force,
extending
were
this.
gathered in the southwest of England. The Allied plans for the invasion of France called
I'll
for
have
the
to
biggest
unplug it.
amphibious operation the world had ever seen. The Americans were to take part in a series of practice invasions on the beaches of Devon. The terrible events which followed had their genesis 2 years before, 1,000 miles away from here, on the Eastern Front, in Russia.
So I didn't extend it very much.
In June 1942, the Russian leader Joseph Stalin launched a fierce verbal attack on his British and American allies, saying their failure to open a second front revealed a fear of fighting the Germans. But opening a second front was not an easy matter. 2 months later, the Allies carried out an assault on the French port of Dieppe. Its aim was to test the strength of the German fortifications. It failed completely. It was a costly mistake, both in lives and in military strategy.
The Dieppe operation is sort of a wake-up call to exactly how hard this operation would be. European armies in particular tended initially to look at crossing the channel as almost like a large river crossing operation. And the real battle turned out to prove to them that the real battle is a forced entry, full-scale attack of the waterage back.
In December 1942, Prime Minister Churchill and President Roosevelt met in Casablanca to discuss the opening of a second front. With the lessons of Dieppe in mind, Churchill was determined that any assault in Europe had to be meticulously planned. Within weeks, they had agreed on a plan for the invasion of France. Thanks largely to the Dieppe raid, the Germans assumed that the Pas-de-Calais was the place most likely to be attacked.
Here's a
Instead,
thing
the
to put
Allies
up in
would
the
choose
car
beaches
to
of
blot
Rhine,
out the sun.
with the Americans landing on 2 beaches on the Ottoman Peninsula, which they codenamed Utah.
I'll just
and
say trash. Or I'll give it away. I don't know. Is this trash? This is in between
Through
trash
autumn
and giveaway.
1943, hundreds of thousands of American troops flooded into Britain. For many of these raw conscripts, it was their first time on foreign soil.
I couldn't wait to get there, you know, and try getting to actually being a flag wave.
It unfolded. What is all this?
The-
A lot of containers.
I was glad I didn't miss it. And a lot of them had
Phones.
the feeling they tell you, well, I'll never be back.
Um,
I never had that feeling.
Here's my
I feel
first-
Nothing's going to happen to me.
oh wait, no. Is this a Galaxy
Well, I was
S4?
very impressed by the greeting we received
Mini?
when we stepped off the ship.
Keep.
The first thing we met was
Motorola Expert with a keyboard.
handed us a donut. and a cup of
Android.
coffee.
Yeah, I'll keep that. They're just so small.
Oh, I think I was about 24 years old. I just joined the Naval Medical Corps, and then we went to England in an 80-ship convoy
Other
for service someplace we didn't know where we were going.
jewelry and
Their final destination was the southwest of England. The beach of
like,
Slapton Sands had been selected for the invasion exercises.
It's like jewelry and cologne cases in a pencil case that still has a tag on it.
The civilian
See-through
was given
mesh.
to leave. In all,
Now,
an area of
generally going to keep containers.
evacuated.
Here's a tool belt. I really don't think I'll ever use it. I think I thought I would use it. That's a giveaway.
Activity in the bay with
Galaxy S2 broken.
of course, planes flying around.
Goes in here.
We could hear gunfire at various times when the ships were shelling from the sea.
Well, broken screen. It still works.
What was going on?
To prevent information about the
Still functions.
The government introduced censorship
Spy cameras.
mail around the area.
I guess I could keep one.
March 1944, a war
They're so small though. Why not keep them both?
spread and dangerous gossip.
5 megapixels.
Less than 80%
1280 by 960. That's larger than 720p.
to preparation for invasion.
Never used.
Before the war, South Devon had been one of Britain's most popular holiday
Oh.
destinations.
GoPro.
For the young
Midland.
temporary home seemed
I have one that's 1080p and one that's 720p. Those are keep.
I had to pinch my
Remington razor.
I was living in a movie 300 years earlier.
Oh, I dropped it.
Everything just
And it cracked. Oh, it cracked the lens. I just cracked the lens on it. It was waterproof and everything.
Fascinating. Look out there and see all that green pastures.
That really sucks.
In America, most of the fields, bigger farming areas have been taken out. You don't have the pretty fences or the green pasture that way like you would have.
Oh, cologne. Little tiny cologne from like a magazine, Valentino.
During the first few weeks of training, the American troops
I don't know where to put it.
area to mix with the locals.
Here's another spy camera that's shaped like a
Cookies, crackers.
pen or something.
That were in short supply
I don't know what it's shaped like.
at the time.
It goes in there. I've never used them.
In the evening,
Oh, Bluetooth headset?
take that
Really dirty.
pass them around
Yeah,
the pub,
that goes in there.
have a little mild and bitters and a port wine and just enjoy ourselves.
Okay. I don't know where to put this now.
The young GI's idyllic life would soon be transformed.
Am I ever going to use this razor again?
Began.
It has
By
a.
January 1944,
Oh, there's two of them.
Troops were learning the basics of amphibious assault. For this,
I'll put it in a container and label that container.
and they had only 6 months to get it right.
I don't even know if these fit on there.
The purpose of it was to train
This one looks totally
those
broken.
divisions and the separate units that were going to be involved in the invasion. When it took
I'll just say
place.
it's trash.
We had all kinds of sections there. We had artillery,
Oh wait, no, it's not broken.
amphibious landing craft. And we
I'll keep them both.
had the amphibious training.
And I'll label the thing.
The infantry.
This is something for like a phone stand.
Craft, take them out.
Trash.
And then bring them in for landings. And they would be.
For a small piece of paper, it carries a lot of weight.
It'd be somebody with a machine gun.
Brown paper bag.
With wire cutters to get through there.
And
Facilitate the landing.
I'll put the cologne in there.
Good training for those gentlemen.
The troops were learning both how to fight
Okay, so that's an empty container now.
in action.
I use this as a basket for playing
The US Army had not only
very old version of basketball,
rehearsals,
and we were throwing the balls so hard that they broke. So I'm gonna keep that container. I'll just throw it on the ground for now. Here's the one I have to label. Here's some
the
random
use of live
electronics.
arrows to blood or harden the troops to battle conditions.
Just put it in there for now.
The American military filmed these exercises as D-Day approached.
I need
They were now becoming
label or something. I'll label it later. So I'll use that container
Situation.
or basket or whatever for the smaller containers here.
It didn't always go that way. Sometimes we lost some.
Okay, so here's some food.
Landings,
Wild sardines, nutritional powerhouse,
overhead fire if we were going to have a landing with
wildly good for the planet,
conditions,
for
it's
taste,
overhead fire. Sometimes
scale free,
fire of a grenade killed a couple of men, missed me.
nutritional powerhouse.
So I'm lucky.
I think it's backwards.
You couldn't tell that.
Um,
Actual conditions. And
Let's put those. they're going up there eventually. Put it there in the container for now. Here's a container of some of my father's old stuff. Here's some really old accounting stuff. Receipt, thank you. Here's like a really old receipt. The paint that we have sort of looks like these old papers.
During an exercise codenamed
Office away. Look how old this is. This stuff is from the 70s, the late 70s, when the business travelers, we can do it company. Business travelers will solve your problem.
And who knows, one day there was a lot.
Because the captions are there, I'm going to go ahead and lower the volume. Secretarial services, telephone dictation, copying and collecting services. Execusec, typing and copying services on a contractual basis. Point-to-point transmission of typewritten material. Telecopier, electronic mail, and others. So that stuff's interesting. I'll go ahead and make a note of it and then throw it away. Okay. I pointed out the movie Blank Man with Damon Wayans from the 90s, and his brother gets mad at him that he has a half a rollerblades, and these are Schwinn quality Schwinn rollerblades. These are good. I bought them new. I think at the thrift store, I used to shop at thrift stores. I don't anymore because a lot of this stuff I bought at the thrift store and now it's going back. It gets recycled. Here's the other one. The thing is that we had just cleaned the garage like 2 weeks ago. It's already like extremely dirty again. So that's the brake on one. They only have a brake on one side. That's just how rollerblades are. I don't know if I'll ever use them. They're small enough that I'll keep them. I also have a longboard skateboard to go with my scooter, hopefully someday. So if 3 people needed transport, one person could ride the skateboard, one person could ride rollerblades, and I could drive the scooter and I pull them, or any variation of that. So this box is to go through later. It's like papers and stuff. One extremely old and moldy apple that is, I don't even want to touch that. For some reason, I like to keep this for fragile stuff. I'll go ahead and keep that for now and throw away that dirty old apple. Smells like wine. I need a container for little screws and nuts and bolts. That really smells like wine. Apple wine. That's a container from earlier with the 2 phones in it. Here's a random power cord. So I'll use one of these paper bags and I'll label it random electronics. And then I need another one for random metal tools. I need like a one that's not going to break, like a sturdy one. So here's as far as I can go. Like a Trader Joe's paper bag. For a small piece of paper, it carries a lot of weight. That's the song For the Love of Money. Wow, there's 2. Great value. Okay, so here's for random tools and stuff. These are called vice grips. They just they can be adjusted and gripped. They have a locking grip, and so I'll just hang it up here. Empty shoebox. That's a potential container for something. As long as I label it, it's all right. Trash. Here's random metal tools. Here's a tiny little Allen wrench. Here's something that I had, I think, from the thrift store. I don't know if I bought this new or at the thrift store. Perfect multi-gym. I think I did buy it new. Perfect Fitness, California gym. It's for push-ups and pull-ups. It hangs on a door, so it's going to the thrift store. Random Scotch tape. I already have a whole bunch of tape over here. I could use some of the tape real quick so I can close this container up with all these little screws and nuts and screws in it. They look like this. This is just for whatever purposes, to see what they look like. They look metric. I don't know. Here's a larger one that looks broken. I don't know what that is. Oh well. So I'll just tape it up. The Scotch tape. So this one hasn't even been used yet. Because it has a see-through container, I'll just go ahead and throw it in. That's why I like the clear containers to see through. Some weird contraption I think my dad made, some kind of a screwdriver. Put it up there. Here's a container of blank DVDs that needs to be retaped so that they don't get scratched. I think some are CDs, some are DVDs. DVD rewritables, CDR-W, CDR, MP3 CD, DVD, stuff like that. So I just need to tape it again. Okay, so now it's good as new. They won't scratch each other. And that'll go in the random electronics bag. So micro USB. I hope the video is still recording. Good. Paper bag. There's a DVD from Russia with love. Digital HD. It's like a metal case. I wonder if the plastic can be pried out and it can be turned into some other kind of container. I don't know what to do with it. Here's a CD case, phone pranks, stuff to hear that's funny. That's a jewel case. Lucretia Richardson, Volume 1. CD's in it. That's technically electronics. Here's a stereo foldable headphones that I got for someone. I don't know who. Anyone. Foldable ear cups, high quality sound, great for travel. Compact, lightweight design, good sound, good bass. I'll keep them around just in case. So I'll start a new electronics bag for media. I'll use an actual bag. Or should I? Should I just use another paper bag? Is that even a bag, or what is that? It's just some kind of a paper. I don't know where to put that stuff. I'll just put it somewhere for now. Just random container, random bag, empty, hanger, trash, I think that's trash. I don't know. A sound thing. I guess I could take, I'll just keep just the ear cup of it, because it's, I tried to tape it and it doesn't work good. So half trash, half keep. Where to put it though? Trash. I'll just take a note of it. It's actually something from the house. I don't know. I'm trying to salvage these batteries here. I can't remember if this battery pack works or not. I think it does work, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to go ahead and salvage that and put that, or just keep it. Lithium-ion batteries into random electronics. I need a larger bag. Until I find a larger bag, I'll just use this, whatever it's called, storage crate. I'll put those other electronic type things in there. CD, DVD, headphones. Okay. Here's a monitor that I got from bought it secondhand at Samsung. It says $8.99. It says 50,000 to 1 dynamic contrast, 2 milliseconds, Energy Star. Just has one power button. So it's going back. It only has one. All it has is one plug, DVI. Bought it for $8.99, and it worked for a while. It doesn't work anymore. So it's going back to that place. I'll dust it off. So they won't, whatever. And then here was, which one was, is it plugged in? I think I've tried it way too many times, and it stopped working a long time ago. Lithium-ion batteries. So those e-boats are what I'm talking about. Here's a phone. It's like a phone selfie stick. Random electronics. That's this bin. Headphones, untangled. Definitely have a higher value when they're untangled. That'll go in this electronics bag. Screwdriver. Another mouse. That's the second mouse I found. Here's a mirror for my scooter. It's cracked. Actually, no, that's from my car. It's so small that I'll keep it. It's a random phone case. Looks like it used to work. It still can't work. I'm going to keep it. So that goes in there. Random electronics. A battery to go with the phone. Pencils for labeling. One sharpened. I can go ahead and label that thing for razors. I'll label them both. I need a pen. It doesn't write on this. Oh, it does write on the whatever material this is. So I am left-handed. It might look like I'm writing right-handed. Phone. E. I thought about writing an E backwards and the N backwards. It says phones. Go in there. Some stuff. Here is a funeral that I missed. Exodus 23:20, John 14, 1 through 6. William Anderson. I can't pronounce his last name. I don't know how to spell it. The third. A distant cousin I didn't know that I had. Psalm 23. Order of service. Music, Blackbird by the Beatles. I don't know if I should document who attended. I won't. I could always find out. We'll label this as electric razors. Random stuff just fell, guitar picks and stuff like that. business cards. Coins, guitar pick. So I might be able to adjust this stuff over there that way. Here's my container for Allen wrenches somewhere. I don't see it now. Oh, here it is. Here's rusty Allen wrenches that I collect. American size, metric size. Here's just one recently used. There's a tiny little nut to go in there. Just random packing stuff. I don't know where to put it. Just throw it on the ground. More bags. So what this is, Targus. They make a lot of good stuff. Targus. Targus. It just has 4 little pieces that go with a separate piece. Here's that separate piece right here. So here's sort of like a plate that has for a keyboard, a place to slide for the keyboard, and then these go in here. It's just real simple. I mean, they just go in there. This goes up here, and it's for a laptop up top and a sliding keyboard below. I'll go ahead and use tape to put it all so that it doesn't get separated. Do these store like that? Would they? I'll put tape around those too. I don't know if I'll ever use this. I've had it for a long time. Okay. Maybe just one more. You really never have enough tape on stuff. Okay, so I don't know where to put that. I'll just put it over here. So my dad's old notes from the Ramada Inn. So I definitely did not write that. It's just Ramada Inn. I don't know. From a long time ago. He had some invention ideas, he still does, for a sewing machine, and documented, so it's trash. Trash, 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 trash. Duct tape. I might end up using that later. Here's the other half of that broken thing. So I'll go ahead and keep the 2 ear things. it's really sturdy, and it ended up breaking because I was trying to make it loosen it up or something, and I just accidentally broke it. Safety manual, charger for my scooter. These things are Velcro things. You can put Velcro anywhere. It has glue on both sides. One is the little hooks. These are tiny little hooks, even though they're soft. Actually, these are the hooks, the sharp ones, and in little loops. So somewhere I have a lot of this stuff. I don't know where. A little piece of a drill or something. Part of a RCA cable that I use to tie the battery onto my scooter. Tiny little Allen wrenches, a drill bit. Here's the Allen wrench thing again. This comes in really handy. Little container for Allen wrenches. Okay, a piece of paper that I can use for labels. May the fork be with you, with some like apple wine on it. May the fork be with you. I don't know what that's from. Oh, that was from a birthday cake that came in the mail. That has to be cleaned. Random electronic plug. So is the video still recording? Okay. So I can almost clean the whole thing. Bread tie. Is there like a towel or paper towel or something? Here's a tray for a toaster. Here's just like a seat cushion. Those aren't trash. I don't know where to put those. I'm glad that video has captions. Just random tools. Probably get rid of a lot of these. Stuff for going into the wall. Little vice grips. Hammers, tape measure. Measure. Wall hooks. A lot of random stuff. I'll go through that later. I don't want to pull too hard on my phone or whatever. So what happened with my previous turtle was that I have that cup so that I can put his food in there so that it's soft so he doesn't break his teeth. He's hiding out under there somewhere right now. Oh, there's a towel. So my previous turtle, I had made him like a little leash so that he could run around in the backyard, and he broke his leash and escaped. There's like a pond and a creek nearby, so almost certain he went somewhere over there. I didn't even really look for him. I had him for quite a few months. And then I was riding my scooter the other day, And after a real huge rainstorm, I saw just a tiny little one, a tiny little turtle, so I brought him back one-handed on my scooter, and luckily I still had all my stuff, otherwise I was going to put him in the creek. He was on a walking path, and I didn't want him to get like stepped on. Their odds of survival at that, when they're that size, is very low. Random electronic charger. Instead of doing this, I was just going to have this old computer that if I could have found the charger, I would have. It's a Toshiba computer, laptop. I found it from going through ads from like the early 2000s, like 2001. This was the top of the line computer on Windows XP. It has all these awesome features and stuff, and it was only like $50. Ordered it online, and I put Windows 98 on it, even though it originally had Windows XP. Degreaser or something. I'm recording a video for I'm accounting of all this stuff. Oh, here's some water from my it's just so that the turtle's food goes like soft and it doesn't break its teeth.
Do they have teeth? Turtles?
I think they have teeth. I don't know.
I don't think they do. I think they have a teeth.
A piece of tape. So I think that's about as clean as it's going to get for now. Maybe forever. I'll go ahead and set up the camera over here. Also had set up for a computer that I never use. It's like to put a keyboard here and have like a computer there and a keyboard here, just like this one that I just I don't think I'm ever going to use it. It's for a laptop. So I'll scoot this way. This video is still recording. I could start a part 2. Yeah, I'll start a part 2. So here's just a DVD player. Memorex DVD player. Has input for high definition. I don't think I've seen that orange coaxial. Looks like it has a place for a remote. I don't know if there's any DVDs inside it. I could quickly try that out. See if it opens. So I'll just plug it in and see if it opens. If there's anything in it. Otherwise, I'll probably get rid of it. Where's the eject button? So it doesn't have an eject button? Is that right? It doesn't have an eject button. Is that right? I see a stop button. Okay, there's nothing in it. Random cables. It's going. mesh net, I think swimming goggles net, just random container. Here's a keyboard I got on clearance, I think at Fry's, might have been CompUSA. It was only $5. USB keyboard. It's missing one key, it's cracked. It's cracked, it's missing one key, and someone changed the keys up at the top. I don't know who would do this, something like that. I don't even know how. I'm going to keep it just because. Lots of paper bags, cardboard boxes. Part of one of the scooter batteries. Oh, that's the scooter bottom to keep water out. I don't have it on right now, but I'm going to keep it. So busted. It looks really busted. Whatever. Looks like even part of it's missing. No, I don't. It still works, even though it's been ran over by a car. And it has a Velcro pieces on it, so it could be attached to a wall. That's a keeper. Just another towel. It's part of a standing desk. Trash. So here's my GameStop accounts. I'm going to go ahead and hide some of these numbers. Power up rewards, GameStop. I don't think I ever used it. I might have used it once. I think, now that I remember, it was for a Battlefield game. So I'll go ahead and chop it up over here so that it can't be used. I guess that's good enough. That account was canceled a long time ago, I think. But here's other type of GameStop rechargeable card. Oh wait, no, that's a Dave & Buster's. So I think it still has stuff on that. I don't know if I'll ever go back to Dave & Buster's. Oh well. Here's part of the standing desk from IKEA that was originally like $200 and now it's worth like closer to $1,000 because they stopped making them. Tiny little screwdrivers in here. This is all scooter stuff. Here's a hand mop. Here's part of a scooter with the tail light on it. Here's from one of my first guitar pedals over 20 years ago. Dan Electro. I still remember it was a yellow pedal. I think it was Distortion, if I'm not mistaken. Zip ties. Scooter stuff. I don't know. I'll probably end up just throwing this stuff. That's a scooter grip. I got that on clearance at Fry's. Here's something called a master bow. I have no idea what it is, but I guess I'll keep it. It's like a tool. So here's a toolbox. I'll use this as a toolbox. Random mesh container. That's just a assorted box of trash. Can I label it? Is the video over? So I'll go ahead and start a part 2.